Hey guys, it's Dylan from Iceberg TV checking in, and we're doing a little bit different of a video today. We're back in the studio doing a quick voiceover. We're basically doing a glow comparison of 6 major brands. We're comparing Innova, Discmania, MVP, Castaplast, Prodigy, and Dynamic Discs. So we have 6 different glow plastics, and we're going to see which one glows the longest as well as the brightest. So this video originally had audio, but the squirrel fell off our mic in the dark and we didn't notice. So the audio was trash. So we're just gonna get a good old-fashioned voiceover. So we're gonna start with a dynamic disc glow putter. So this is actually a blue torch that I'm using that's specifically scientifically designed to make your discs glow better. And literally that dynamic disc glow putter is trash. Like, you literally can't even see it. It glows sort of if it's pitch black, but it's terrible. So let's just move on to the next one. Now basically what I was explaining was that the face of this disc is glow. We're moving on to the MVP disc. But the rim isn't glow. But you can immediately see in comparison to the dynamic disc that the MVP disc has significantly more glow capacity with much less time under that blue torch. It's got a really sweet Halloween stamp on it as well. I actually think that's a really cool disc. So we gave it a throw and it turned invisible as well. So now when we visit sort of the Innova disc that we're going to choose, we got a Sexton Color Glow Firebird here. So it actually looks like it's taking to the torch pretty well. We're going to put it on a little bit of a forehand line. You can clearly see this disc is much better than the other two. You can see it pretty well. It disappears definitely when it gets far away, but it was still glowing and you would still be able to find it if you were to throw it and go after it. Now the next disc we're testing is the Discmania Color Glow MD3. So this one looks just about as good as the Firebird. It might look just a little bit better. The footage got a little bit blurry, but you could still see that the disc is clearly glowing. And I'm only throwing the discs maybe 40 meters away. So it's not like I'm really hucking these like they're distance drivers. I'm throwing the backhands on little Anheisers and the forehands on just a little hyzer. The next disc we're visiting is going to be the Prodigy M4 mid-range. We just got this disc at Australian Nationals, and you can already see that it's honestly Prodigy's glow is terrible, and I'm going to try and throw it, but it's going to just disappear instantly. So again, I reckon that's another company that needs to step up their game. Now the last company we're going to check out is going to be Castaplast. Castaplast has the best reputation as far as glow goes. You can immediately see that it's exploding with how much it's glowing. It glows the brightest out of all the other discs by far. You can see that that thing is, it's basically a nightlight. It looks ridiculous. So I'm going to put this disc out on a little forehand, and we're going to see how well it looks. And you can see that glow disc, that Castaplast glow grim. You can see it all the way to the ground, and it was actually even lighting up the trees around it. That thing is so bright. And this is a couple minutes later, we walked up to it, and it was still glowing on the ground, bright as day, so easy to find. And the rest of the discs on the ground were just totally pitch black. So in this image, this is all 6 discs right here, and we're about to shine a light on all of them. You literally can't see any discs except for the Castaplast disc. And it's actually pretty disappointing, and I think glow disc golf could be a lot more fun, but people don't get a chance to play it because these are all glow discs that aren't glowing after just the time it would take to throw it and then basically go find it, especially if it's a distance driver. The only disc that actually sort of keeps up to par, in my opinion, is going to be that Castaplast glow plastic, and I found even the old glow plastic glows just as well. I have a 2017 glow Berg, and it's literally just so bright. So these are kind of all the discs again in comparison. We just juiced them all up, as you could see, with equal playing field. You can barely see just them sitting on the ground after just having been charged. And I think Glow Disc Golf has a long way to come, and I think the other companies need to reach out to Castaplast, and they need to brainstorm to where they need to figure out what Castaplast is doing to make their discs glow so well. I think, sorry for the weird audio, we had to come into the studio and film new audio, but this is Iceberg TV. Thank you for watching and take care.